Hey happy scrappers! This video is to show you how I made this box. I showcased this box in as part of my garden entry contest, and if you want to see that video or me showcasing this box, check out the link below. But this video is to show you how some of the techniques that I did with this box, and I'm going to just do a summary tutorial, and if any questions please let me know and I can hopefully try to explain it to you a little bit clearer. The first thing that I did here on how I created this wooden window or door effect was I used this stem by Unity Stem. It's this grainy background and the stem looks like this. And what I did was I took my UT, I took a container, you can just use any container, so I had some empty container like this. I put probably about 1-2 teaspoons of UT inside here, and then I mixed it with some beautiful Lindy Stem Gang magical mica powders. So this is not embossing powder, this is magical micas. And after I learned this technique to create embossing powder with magical micas from Cynthia Luku, and I'll put the link below, for that tutorial, I've just never seen my micas ever the same again. I mean, you can do amazing things now. Now I have the whole range of embossing powder colors. So this is what I did. But the UT effect, I learned it from paper drama, and because I wanted it thick layer, so I can stamp my my wood grain stem. So once it's really thick with UT embossing powder of the color of your choice, then once it's really hot, you stamp it, and then you get this really nice grains. But the grains are still not so obvious because it's one color. So what I did was I took my acrylic paints and then I dab it with my finger, and over my finger I went over on the grains, so it looks a little bit more obvious, as you can see here. For the next would be my picket fence. So here you can see the very nice crackled finish, and what I did was I used this medium here by Deco Art. One step crackle, because we don't have crackle paints over here unfortunately. So I used one step crackle, but I don't know, for some reason it turned a little bit yellow, so I don't know whether I'm using it wrong, or maybe it's not acid free, or I don't know, but I thought the yellow came out really, it gives an added effect to the fence. So how to use this these crackled mediums? What I did was, my picket fence is made of ice cream sticks. Here you can get a pack like this from your local craft store. So ice cream sticks, and then because I knew the middle part would probably be covered with a lot of thingies, so I painted here probably in the middle part maybe 2 or 3 layers of white paint, and I used the Montmartre titanium white. But over the sides here at the corners of each stick, I probably dabbed like 6 layers of paint, because the thicker the paint layers there are, and wait for it to dry, probably about 10 minutes between each layers, wait for it to dry, and the thicker the paint is, the nicer or the bigger the cracks. And then what I did was I took this one step crackle and then just painted a layer of one step crackle, but at the edge here I probably just squeeze like a blob, a big blob at the sides here. So that's why the crackles on the edges is bigger than what you see in the middle. And then to highlight the crackle accents, I just went over it with black soot. And how I tied the fences, this I will take you to it right now. For the bottom rung, I'm trying this angle to see if I can tie the knots without my fingers fumbling everywhere and blocking everything so you can't see. So again, this log, I tie 2 knots on one end, and then okay, let me start. So remember, first is cross, cross upwards. So you have this cross upwards, loop the lock, cross, come round the back and bottoms up. Again, cross upwards, here, loop the lock, cross again, and bottoms up. So for this at the bottom round, you need to make sure the spacing between each fences is even and straight. So again, cross upwards, loop the lock, cross again, come round to the back and bottoms up. So when I'm coming from the bottom, the string is underneath the log. Cross upwards, manage your spacing. Okay, cross upwards, loop the log, cross again, come round to the back, bottoms up. Round to the back and bottoms up. Last one. Yay! Okay, so once you're done, just tie 2 knots and it's finito. Here and here. So I've done the same for all 3 corners, and this too is at the side of my gates. Okay, so the fun part now is putting flowers on these fences. I think this is going to be the most fun part. Okay. Now behind the fences, I use this really cool, I'm not too sure what it's called. I think it's wool paper that I use for behind the fences. So I stuck this wool paper on the walls of these walls here, and then only I hot glue the fences on top the wool paper, and the wool paper looks something like this here. So it comes in like several different colors. So I use this like cream one and this greenish ones. So this is like to create the effect of the shrubs.